Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. This is going to be a video, not a lecture like the other ones I've been doing, but it's actually going to be a demonstration on a reading, an actual reading that I'll be doing. And okay, so I have a friend, and I'm not going to disclose his real name, but let's just call him Michael. And he wants to know if he should move. So this is the foremost thought on his mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle the cards and do a reading on him and tell you what it says. Tell you guys what it says, just as a demonstration of how to read the cards. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna ask what to expect with regards to moving. Okay, that's really how I'm going to word it, because Tyrell is really not that good at answering yes or no questions. So um, basically, this will be about what he should expect with regards to moving. Oops. Okay. So that card just popped out. Okay. So we got the Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. All right. So the way I do 3 card readings. Okay, this is a 3 card reading, and okay, basically I look at it like what is the issue? What's holding him back, and what does he have that works for him? Okay, what does he have that works for him? And I have what's coming up. Okay, so with this, I would say the Seven of Wands is a card about struggle. Okay, this is about struggles. It pertains to something standing in the way. Remember, I stated that in my lecture, because I did cover the Seven of Wands. I've also covered the Four of Wands as well. And so there's something going on here that says there's a lot of obstacles. Okay, every little thing that it seems like there's always little nuisances or issues that come up that maybe are preventing Michael from getting to his goal. It shows a man frustrated. Um, it and it does point to a lot of uh, things that are against you. In other words, he's got all these wands, they're up against him, but just keep in mind, okay, that he is on the top. So even with all these obstacles, that basically means that he's at the vantage point. So technically, these issues are surmountable, right? Okay, so now the next thing to look at is the Four of Wands. And so we have a card here that indicates freedom and excitement, and you know, it's also about securing foundations. Okay, so the way I see this card is, you know, I said what's you know, what's going on, what's holding him back, and what is working for him, right? So the Four of Wands is about freedom. Okay, so something is going on in Michael's life. I'm assuming, you know, if there's something like, um, there must be something like a freedom going on, or something that's allowing him to actually to actually move on. Maybe somebody could be helping him out. You know, there's two people here. It could be, you know, the environment it's that he's in. He does want to move, and it is about, you know, getting your foundation in order. Now, I feel actually this card is really appropriate, and I'll say why. You know, you always got to look at like surrounding cards, like I say, and this is, you know, this is my chance to explain to you how it all, you know, how it all works in action. Okay, so um, so basically, these two together now do make up a story. He has some struggles, okay, and they are about getting his foundation in order. You see, so there's a little story here being told, and and so, but again, you have to look at the position. The Four of Wands is in the position of what's helping him, and so that means, okay, there must be something positive in his situation that is helping him and able to get him through. Now, do I feel that a move is possible? I would say yes, because of the outcome being the Knight of Cups. Okay. Now this is supposed to be what is coming into focus. So the Knight of Cups deals with it mainly deals with movement, so that would be appropriate because it is a knight, it's on a horse, so it's moving. And it does mean that I don't know about, like, you know, what's really going on, right? I can't really, I don't get into, you know, Michael's personal life, but this is something that probably has some personal, you know, like a personal decision behind it. I don't think it's really rooted into a practical cause. It's not because of just something that's, you know, like a practical move. It must be something where is going on where he, you know, he might be motivated because of he may be motivated like what, you know, because of his emotions. You know, his emotions are driving him to do it. Could be a personal reason. Maybe he wants to be closer with a partner he has, or maybe he, you know, there's some other reason behind it that's driving him to do it. You know, only Michael will know if this is true. I'm just throwing this out there. It could be that, it could be something else. Maybe that, maybe he wants to move somewhere that he's emotionally feels a connection with. Something that is motivated through the feelings department. Now, so you know, I basically have these cards to mean what is holding him back, which is something about a, you know, like something that's an obstacle or obstacles, excuse me, and it's frustrating him. And then you have, you know, you got the Four of Wands, which is about what's currently helping him. So maybe there's, you know, maybe somebody's helping him. You know, it's possible somebody could be helping him, or he just needs to get things in order, and they're, it's not going to be that hard now, so I feel the two are basically indicating a like a connection, a storyline, in other words, like how things are transitioning from this frustrating, event to this more stable and harmonious environment, but it still needs to be taken care of. And also, this is about freedom as well. And when you do move, you do need to have a bit of freedom in order to exercise it. So, there he needs to make his life stable enough to where he can do it. Maybe he needs the money to do it. Maybe he needs to get things organized in a way to where he can do it, because it is a four. It's a four of wands. He needs to get his ideas together, um, and um, and then the move can take place, which is shown right here. Whatever move it is he wants to do, it could be driven by something, could be driven through a personal reason, or a maybe romantic. We can we can only speculate on that, but yeah, there's definitely a message being told here. Okay, now I always say, like, I know this was a 3 card reading, but I would like to add a little extra dimension to this, because I still feel we need maybe a couple more cards just to say a little more about the circumstances, because I feel the story is basically saying, there's a lot of things that are holding him back, and he needs to get it in order, and that, the move can take place. It actually can. Now, we got the Lovers card. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pair these up together, because I like to do that for my readings. I pair them up together. Okay. All right. So that's what I do. It always works for me. I don't know. It just I like doing those pairing. Okay, so the Lovers is about, well, it's about romance. It's about making choices. So maybe what's holding him back is not knowing where to go. It could be that something that's making it hard for him to move has to do with not knowing where to go, or could deal with maybe somebody in his life holding him back from doing it. Maybe he could do it, but he just doesn't. He can't do it yet. I don't know if he plans on moving with somebody or not, but that's what the Lovers is saying. Now this is saying here the Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what's working for him? So he has his he needs to get his life in order. I think this is more of a mental thing now that I think about it. I think the issue is something more mental, or emotional. Maybe he's too anxious about things and hasn't thought it out. The more and more I think about it, I think it has more to do with I think it deals more with deciding on things, and being mentally prepared for a move. So this says a little more now to me. Now you see where, like, having more cards gives you a little more room to work with. You can actually make connections now. So the foundation's there. He needs to find himself being more mentally stable to do it, and to have the excitement to do it. Now the Queen of Cups, this is where things are going to have to be a little more concrete in a reading. I can't just explain things in the aspects of the mind. I'm going to go and just say this. I feel possibly the more and more I read this, I'm more convinced that this move may involve a lover, or somebody else that's involved in this decision on where to go, and it's basically indicating that the outcome involves maybe moving with a woman, And they're both cups, so maybe it's a romantic move. Maybe it's motivated through romance. Um, it could just be something emotional. I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely sure. It could be something emotionally based. There's definitely a lot of emotion in this reading because they're all in the realm of thought. I haven't seen one pentacle here. So I feel while a move is possible, even though I feel it's possible, because there's nothing bad about seeing a Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Even though I feel it's possible, I would say that it's still there's a possibility that it may not happen right away because it's still in its thought stages more, because Pentacles is where you see results. It's where you would see a result. So I was hoping to see maybe like a Pentacle to tell me that this would be manifested somehow. But yeah, the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups is a good sign. It's still technically good to see because having a knight does indicate movement to a degree. So that looks positive. I'd say possibly a move may happen, and a move would be beneficial for Michael, probably on a personal level more than anything. I think the motivation might be because there's some anxiety in the environment he's from. There's a problem. There's a lot of frustrations, but he doesn't know where to go, perhaps, and that he needs to get everything in order and decide where to go. And the outcome is, maybe, it can happen, but I feel it really could happen, but he just needs to um, get the foundation in order. So this is, I would say, based on what I'm seeing, this is indicating what is the possibility. It's in the realm of possibility, because as in life, people aren't just thrown things at them. You have to grab the opportunity. You have to act on it. So this is definitely a good sign. Okay, so that's my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. um, if if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or visit my site at www.stellartarot.com. Okay, have a great one, guys. Goodbye.